Today, we're gonna continue uncovering the mysteries of the ancient world in Sunfall. That's right, Hades can no longer reach us without his special network. Aloy 1, Hades 0. Hello everyone, I'm Benny H and I'm back online. Upon arrival, I went to explore a little. That's how I met with Abbas, whose daughter wasn't in her best shape. She's terribly sick and there's only one doctor who can help us. I felt sorry for this little girl, so I decided to convince the doctor to help her. However, he was a little far away, so I head there later. Right now, my priority is to uncover the secrets of Zero Dawn. Now let's see if the network is disabled. Yep, let me through, so I guess everything is okay. For now at least. When I passed the guards, there were many mercenaries. The crier, or sergeant, or whatever you wanna call it, has told them about shards, which got my attention. Inside, the Shadow Carja Sun King himself has given us a speech. Well, actually he asked the Sun Priest Bahavas to speak on his behalf. I just couldn't help the feeling that there's something odd going on here. At the end of the speech, a stranger approached Aloy, stating she has other intentions with the young king, who is actually the brother of Avad. A little bit later, silence showed us how we could enter the facility, but my curiosity won, and I decided to meet with the mysterious stranger. The other one, not Silence. She was handing out food for the children, so she can be a bad person. Or can she? Anyway, her name is Vanasha, and she intends to save Uthid. Uthid, according to Bahavas, is a criminal, but not from Vanasha's view. After some talk, we got an idea where Uthid could have gone. Naturally, there's nothing left for me to do, besides, saving the world. But hey, I'm sure Hades is recovering from our last operation, so let's go find Uthid. His last known location is at the Green Climb, where he single-handedly beat an entire bandit camp. Nice job, Uthid. I found his track and started following it, had to climb many cliffs, which led me to a tent, must have been Uthid's. Looked like he was preparing for a battle, figured out not so long ago he left, so we have to follow him deeper into the mountain. Now I know what you're thinking, this must be a trap. Well, I completely agree, so let's hope for the best. And of course, I find glint-hawks everywhere. I mean, seriously, don't you have other things to do than annoy me? After a fierce battle, I finally took down the glint-hawks. So let's find Uthid, finally. Not so far from there he was, trying to kill me, but hey, he expected mercenaries to come after him, so maybe we could just let it go for now. Uthid told Aloy his story, how many battles he saw. Through the years, he stood loyal to the Shadow Carja, yet the Shadow Carja Sun Priest betrayed him. He came here to die, to make his last stand as a warrior of the sun. Fortunately, Aloy has other plans for him. He could be a useful ally in Meridian. However, we were interrupted by the headhunters, so we fought wave after wave after wave. Then we moved on to fight another mercenary company, and look who decided to show up. He brought his elite soldiers. Now they weren't hard to fight after all. This turned out to be a perfect opportunity for Uthid to end Bahavas, which he did. Oh, and Vanessa showed up, finally. She intends to rescue Itaman and his mother, so let's get to work. Back in the desert, I had to meet with Huadiv and his men, but there was only Huadiv. His men were killed by a fierce machine, he claims, and he got terribly wounded. Yes, you guessed it right. We have to kill the machine, which turned out to be a rock breaker. He was a tough guy, but not as tough as Aloy. I know it sounds easy, but it's not. Ultra Hard really put me through this. After that, I returned to Huadiv, and Vanasha and Itaman arrived just in time. There's a long journey ahead of us, so let's go. It didn't take much time for the Shadow Carja to catch up, but finally we had some advantage. Set up some traps and waited patiently for them to walk right into them. Which they didn't, had to help a little. And they sent some machines. Same thing, Vanasha left to take care of Itamen, but he left exactly 2 men to take down this corrupted Thunderjaw. Only 2. Now this was a hard battle. I dare to say maybe the hardest. Somehow I managed it. Took down a corrupted Thunderjaw. Now, remember when I said I wouldn't waste time hunting down a Thunderjaw and a Stormbird? This is what I was talking about. We just collected 1 trophy, only a Stormbird is needed. Don't get too ahead of ourselves. Itamen is waiting. Let's put him into safety first. So that's it, sailing to safer shores. And the Shadow Carja, they lost all their legitimacy, so hopefully it won't take a while long to defeat them. Actually, he properly welcomed his brother and his mother and thanked Aloy for her service. Before we go back to Sunfall and Zero Dawn, I met with Lahavis. His daughter went missing. I found myself in an investigation. The girl was last seen in the garden. That's where we start. Better than nothing. In there were many mixed signs like spyglasses, and she took out a flower. She left some tracks too, which actually led me to a small harbor, and I had to swim. On this island, took down a snap map, not a big challenge, but there she is, on this island, alone. Just a little bit suspicious, right? Took a look at her camp and there were 2 beds, so her story of being alone just fell apart. I went back to question her. She admitted that her love is from the Shadow Carja and he didn't make it to the island. Just when you thought this would be an easy rescue mission, now I have to break into a Shadow Carja outpost. Promised Alida I would find him. So, let's get started. I swam to the other side of the river, found probably his tracks, which led me to a fortress. Yay. After some shooting, well, of course Aloy won. I found Aetral. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, I'm sorry. So I found Aetral in a prison cell, wounded. It was too late for him. His last message for Elida is, it is worth it. Poor girl. How am I gonna deliver this bad news? She took it just as you would guess. I think she even wanted to commit suicide. Well, I went to fetch her father and the rest is up to them. Now there is one more thing left to do before Zero Dawn. You know, there's the sick girl in the tent and there's only one healer who could help? Galiv. Just as you imagined, he wouldn't want to help. He says the poor cannot pay enough. At first I wanted to use force, but then I would have to harm the healer. Anyway, he said he would do it for a Thunderjaw heart. So let's hunt down another Thunderjaw. Let's finish this. He put up a fight, really, but again, he's no match for Aloy. Back to the healer, who is actually at Sunfall. He started to work. I really hope she will be healthy soon. And what comes next? Oh yes, Zero Dawn. Silence showed Aloy the way in. Of course, he was here before. He also mentioned the point of no return. So let's get in. There are many important cutscenes in here, which I'm gonna leave in the video. Starting with how we could get in.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
Ugh!
I underestimated you. I think by now
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Just as Silence said, we won't have this place for ourselves too much, so try to gather as many supplies as I can. And here we are, Operation Enduring Victory and Project Zero Dawn.
Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down, the entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Now, we know Enduring Victory wasn't meant to stop the Pharaoh swarm, just as you heard. Nothing could. Let's zoom on and find out what Zero Dawn is. Unfortunately, the eclipse has arrived, and I had to clear the soldiers first. Silence was whispering through Aloy's focus. He is thirsty for the knowledge that this facility hides. I arrived at the room where Elizabeth explains everything. Once again, I'm gonna let this cutscene run.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Yeah, now we know the truth. In the ruins, there was much other information about these subordinate functions, including Hades. Long story short, he was created in case Gaia would mess up the biosphere and the planet doesn't have thousands of years to redo the effect, so Hades will take over and destroy the planet. Deeper in the facility, we found Elizabeth's office, where there were many recordings about Gaia first coming online and her evolution to being a really super intelligence, but the most important asset we found is the Alpha Registry Code. With this, we can enter all Mother Mountain.
No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Waking up in a cage, Hades came to Aloy and started talking about many things, mentioning what we did to sabotage the eclipse. He told Aloy that he sent a messenger east with an order to wipe out all the Nora and smash the focus. That's it, we lost the Alpha Registry. Well, anyway, we have to fight. He's making a show with his fancy corruptors. Without weapons, our only chance is to somehow break the pillars and get our equipment back.
That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down. It's down.
Now let's fight.
Freeze canister on its hips. Check the machine compasses.
Silence! Shadows, kill her! Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Silence. Traitor!
It's nice he finally decides to show up. We saved Aloy's life and the Alpha Registry. And now we have to head east. Back to Noraland. With this, I think it's a good ending. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you don't want to miss the next episode, hit that subscribe button. Benny H out.